Hey guys, the football Friday night game of the week that kicks off the conference season couldn't get any bigger. Bentonville won their last 9 games of the regular season a year ago. The last team to beat them was the Southside Rebels. How'd it turn out tonight? Let's find out. Football Friday night starts right now.
It's time for Football Friday Night on 5 News. The scores, the highlights, brought to you by the University of Arkansas Fort Smith.
It's the first time in 26 years that Barry Lunney wasn't involved in this game, and his former team beat up on his most recent team, at least early. Southside gets the fumble. They recover it there, and the Rebels are going to take advantage. Cooper Johnson does his Johnny Manziel, finds a way to get out of that somehow, launches it deep, finds his man Dixon, 55-yard touchdown pass. Southside's got a 7-0 lead, but Bentonville going to able to answer right back. The next drive, Clay Barn-Gainer, 35 yards here on the receiving end. Nice diving catch from Casey Ford there. Jacob Clark, he's going to get the next 15 yards on the ground. Finally pushed out inside the 5-yard line. He's going to get the next 4, though. Touchdown, 7-7, Bentonville and Southside tied up. But here come back the Rebels. Johnson, whoa, look at that. Landed on his head, gets 20 yards there. But how about Cooper Johnson? For the second time in the first half, touchdown pass. This one goes 12 yards. Rebels got a 14-7 lead on the road. Could they make it hold up? Well, maybe not. Bentonville, that's 15 yards there to Barn-Gainer inside the 5-yard line. Clark one more time, 5-yard touchdown run, so that knots the game at 14. We're going blow for blow. 2 teams ranked in the top 5, but the home team just too much in this one. All Casey Ford. Matt Crenshaw, 6-yard touchdown here. They go up 21-14, their first lead of the game. How about some shenanigans, a reverse pass? The quarterback, folks, the quarterback's catching touchdown passes, 6 yards there, so it's 28-14. Bentonville not done. Quick throw to McMahon here again, 55 yards through this Southside defense. He's going to find the pylon. Bentonville was down 14-7. If we take a look at the final score here, they had no problems late as they go on to win this one. Huge, 42-14. Bentonville 4-0, and they've got wins against teams from 4 different states to start the season. That's a big blowout win for the Tigers. Well, Heritage and Springdale in Week 4 may not sound like all that important of a matchup, but it very well could determine which one of these 2 teams is left out of the playoff race. This game was on the KXNW Showcase Game of the Week, but could the home team hold serve, or did Heritage get this one at home? Springdale on the road. We'll find out. Highlights coming up next as Football Friday Night is rolling on.
Football Friday Night, brought to you by the University of Arkansas Fort Smith.
It was the KXNW Showcase Game of the Week. You saw it right here, ended just a bit ago, and it was a dandy. Rogers Heritage taking on Springdale. Heritage, Jake Qualls completes the pass to Dylan Qualls there. That moves the chains with the drive later stalled. This one was back and forth all night long. Springdale had lost 16 games in a row coming into this game. A little bit of foreshadowing, maybe. Jack Lindsay, the nice pass there. That's his man, Nick Parchman. Catches it there. That's moving the chains, first down. Springdale on the move again. Eric Mendez takes it right up the middle, weaving his way through the War Eagles. That moves the chains one more time. Next play, Mendez, he's going to take it to the house, right up the guts. Finds the goal line. That's the orange grass. That's a touchdown. 20-18 at that point. 24-20 at that point. Take a look at this final score. This one, Springdale puts an end to their 16-game losing streak. They got to stop inside the 20-yard line as the time expired. 29-26. As for the Showcase Game of the Week next week, Rogers Heritage gets a chance at their crosstown rival. Rogers bragging rights on the line. We're not even halfway done with the season. This means we got plenty more football KXNW every Friday night, 7 o'clock. Also on our website, 5newsonline.com. Keep it going. Big battle in the River Valley in the 7A West. Northside playing host to Fayetteville, #1 team in the state, Bulldogs, and they looked like it early. Tied at 8, but Taylor Powell, Tyson Morris on the receiving end, 28 yards, nice catch on the fingertips. They add the extra point, so it's 15-7. Look at this play, a wacky play. Closing seconds of the first half, Powell flushed to his right. It was 4th and 19. That's a touchdown, 44 yards. Morris one more time, 25-11 at the half. But look at this guy, DeAndre Hardwick. He's the Grizzlies starting middle linebacker. He could be a starting running back for anybody. 11-yard touchdown. It's 25-19 now after the 2-point conversion, but Fayetteville, they put it away here. Taylor Powell fakes out the camera guy. Yeah, that was me. I can make fun of myself. He gets in the end zone. Fayetteville runs away with it at the end. It was 25-19, final score 46-19. The #1 team in the state rolls on. Well, if you're looking for bragging rights in the River Valley, Greenwood's already taken them. They beat Southside 2 weeks ago. They handled Northside last week. Tonight, It was Van Buren's turn to be on the wrong end of a Greenwood beatdown. Rick Jones and company taking on Van Buren as a 7A, 6A Central clash. And, well, this one was all Greenwood early. Luke Hales to Jordan Green on the handoff. We've seen that a ton of times already this year, 6-0 Greenwood. How about the two-point conversion? Hales is going to throw it this time. Eventually finds his man in the back of the end zone, Devin Gilbert. That's 8-0. Van Buren couldn't get anything going offensively, so they punt. Well, that one's blocked. That goes out of the back. The end zone, Jack Burgess catches the ball there. It's 15-0. That's a touchdown. That's worth more than a safety. I'm getting ahead of myself in this one because later on, Jalen Dye reverses field. He's tackled in the end zone. That's a safety. Now it's 17-0, and it's still piling on for Greenwood. Connor Nolan to Ryan Padilla, 24-0 at that point. Take a look at the final score in this one. Greenwood, well, they had no problems. They're 4-0 on the season, 45-14. Speaking of the 7A, 6A Central, in Central Arkansas, Siloam Springs at Conway. McCall Dale, he finds the end zone. Conway's got a 14-3 lead. Cats with 6 legs up on the Cats with just 4. Moving ahead to the second quarter, Panthers turn to drive the ball. Luke Lampton fakes the handoff, and he's finding the end zone. So Siloam Springs, the 6A school, hanging in there. It's 14-10 at that point, but Conway just too much firepower. Kylan Gary showing it off. Marcus Pleasant takes it the rest of the way. That's 21-10 Conway. Take a look at the final score. Siloam Springs put up a big effort. Can't be too disappointed with that loss, though, if you're Siloam Springs. 38-24 the final. Let's stick with the 7A West in this one. Rogers taking on Springdale Harbor, and this one is a big shootout going on here. Look at that. Shot sheet right off the press coming into you. They're coming out. Harbor Fuller Chandler to Trey Smith. That's a big gain. The quarterback's name we're going to hear a lot on this show, even though those gray jerseys aren't exactly pleasing on the eyeballs. Next play, it's James Haley, and he's taken to the rest of the way. Springdale Harbor's got an early lead, but Rogers trying to hang in this one, the triple option. Well, this one not working too poorly, at least. Stops right in the middle of the field. The Springdale Harbor defense gets a 3-and-out. They're going to punt it off to Harbor here, but Trey Smith and Dalton do muffs it. Grayson Lee comes up with it, and well, this one just didn't end well for Rogers. Take a look at the final score in this one. Springdale Harbor goes on to win this one big, 35-10, the final. Let's go back to the 7A, 6A Central, also in the central part of the state, thanks to THV helping us out here. Alma taking on Little Rock Catholic. 7A, 6A battle here. Alex Key, the great catch. He gets it 30 yards, fighting for extra yards. Finally brought down by some Rockets down the field. Later, Alma's catching up Noah Dotson to Heath Friddle. That combination is going to be deadly all season long. That puts him in the end zone, 23-yard touchdown. Alma's down now 14-13. Catholic trying to keep the lead, though. Lance Harville Thomas receives the kickoff, and he runs it right into Keegan Fusler. Catholic kids, not working there, but take a look at the final score. Alma was down 14-0. They come back and win it 27-15. Let's check out the 5A scoreboard. In this one, Clarksville goes down to Valonia. Farmington was only down 21-20. In this one, the Little Rock Christian, the number 2 team in Class 5A, pulls away big in the late one. Let's move down to Class 4A. Shiloh Christian, as expected, a big win over Berryville and Pea Ridge. Holy cow, they've scored 117 points over the last 2 weeks. Well, Spiral was the only team to take down Roland in the regular season last year. Could the Rangers get a little revenge this time around, or will the Bulldogs turn the trick 2 years in a row? Those highlights coming up next. FFN's rolling on.
Friday night, brought to you by the University of Arkansas, Fort Smith.
Well, it was a tough week in Huntsville this week as they lost one of their own in a car wreck. Prairie Grove wins that one 48-21. Moving down to Class 3A, the 3A1, Greenland wins it big. They blow out Cedarville big time, 42-0. West Fork also wins big in the 3A1 opener, 21-0. 3A4 scoreboard, Charleston offense back on track. They win it, and Lamar all over Lavaca. Well, Roland and Spiro met at this time last year with stakes are pretty high every time they meet. And last season, the Bulldogs were the only team to beat Roland in the regular season. Tonight, well, Roland got a little bit of payback. This one, a little interesting. Ranger Bob leading the Rangers out onto the field. That's the sight that never gets old. And Roland's, well, the defense had it working. In other words, Drew Didway, the pitch for Spiro, cough up the football. Roland recovers, and they take advantage. Cervante Noel is going to finish this one off, 5-yard touchdown run. Rangers got a 6-0 lead. A little more Roland defense. Didway picked off by Kendrick Thomas. The Rangers defense came to play today. They were making up for the loss last year. This one, though, not so good there. Drops the punt. Spiro takes over. But look at this. He's not this fast in real life, but we'll speed up the video just for effect. Manuel Bunch, holy cow. How about an 80-yard touchdown run? Roland goes on for a huge win. In this one, they take down Spiro 41-12, excuse me. Poto at Muldrow tonight. It's a big clash of 4A4 teams, and Muldrow's the surprise team in Eastern Oklahoma so far. But tonight, all about Ben Klutz and Poto. Screen pass to Roger Bashirs. They're moving to change for the Pirates. Poto, number 3 team in Class 4A. Klutz again to Brian Hammond. This one's going 30 yards inside the red zone. Klutz one more time to Austin Skelton. They're going to get a first down as Poto just moving the ball up and down the field. Even though Muldrow was able to hold tight in this one, Poto led it 24-7 at the half. We take a look at the updated score. 45-21. Looks like that one has gone final just recently. Moving down to the Arkansas side, Paris at Mansfield. This is a big game as far as playoff implications, and Mansfield still does the Macarena. How about that? Preston Drury to Chris Graham and move the chains there. First down Eagles. 7-0 Mansfield has got a lead at that point. Preston Drury to Race Trusty one more time. Juglet picked off by Kristen Savanier for the Tigers. Takes that one back. It's a nice defensive job. Paris going back to the air one more time. Nate Davidson going to get this one to the end zone. Extra point, no good. 7-6 Paris. But take a look at the ensuing kickoff here. Chris Graham going to receive this one. We'll speed it up a little bit. Don't have a final score on this one yet. Remember, 5newsonline.com, or you can tweet us at 5newsbob to give us a final score. Last we got was 27-20. Lincoln was at Gravette tonight in the 4A1. Cheerleaders on the sideline. They're excited about the Lions in that ground game. We'll show you why. They're already up 21-7. Lincoln's got the football, though. Harrison Swain, 35 yards to Garrett Blankenship. Brought down inside the 5, down to the 1-yard line. And Lincoln's going to score on the next play, 1 yard out. Freshman Caleb Lloyd. It's 21-14. I'm getting ahead of myself. There it is. There's a 1-yard touchdown run. So 21-14, Gravette in front. But a few minutes later, the Lions going to answer. Quarterback Bryce Mormon coming up. There he is. Hands it off to Jordan Burnett. In from 10 yards out. Take a look at the final score. Gravette wins this one big, 49-21. And we're out of time. Football Friday night, week 5, back same time next week.